Hello everyone, welcome to Sankalp Learning Solutions. We are conducting crash course on social science subject. Okay, uh, we had already completed 5 units. This one is the sixth one. Okay. In the last class, we were studying about the freedom struggle, isn't it, children? ನಾವು ಸ್ವಾತಂತ್ರ್ಯ ಹೋರಾಟ freedom struggle ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲಿತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? So we had finished almost 9 questions from that unit. Now, 10th question. Explain the role of non-cooperative movement in the freedom struggle. ಅಸಹಕಾರ ಚಳುವಳಿ non-cooperative movement in the freedom struggle. Okay. Uh, Answer is in 1920, Gandhiji started the non-cooperation movement. As a part of this, the people rejected the title and awards given by the British. Okay, so whatever the titles and awards were given to the people of India, they rejected the titles and rewards as a part of non-cooperation movement. Then the students also boycotted the schools and colleges. Courts were also boycotted. The famous lawyers, all Motilal Nehru and all those lawyers, they boycotted the courts. Courts, okay. Foreign goods were also boycotted. The importance was given to stress. Stress was given to the usage of domestic products or swadeshi. Okay. Foreign goods were boycotted. Election to provincial assemblies were boycotted. In 1919, the government, British government has given the permission to participate in the elections according to 1919 Act. So those elections were boycotted. And then the Chauri Chaura violent incident took place where some 22 policemen were burnt alive. Okay, so due to this, 22 policemen were burnt alive. So this incident took place in the year 1922. Okay, so in Chauri Chaura, this is called as Chauri Chaura violent incident. So due to this, Gandhiji was offended by the incident where the 22 policemen were burnt alive. Okay. Actually, the protesters, they were doing this protest in a very calm way, but the police, they attacked on the protesters at Chauri Chaura, and then the violent incident took place here. Gandhiji was offended by the incident and he withdrew this movement. Okay, so this is called the non-cooperation movement, which took place in 1920. These are the important points of non-cooperation ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ನಾನ್ ಕೋಆಪರೇಷನ್ ಮೂವ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಪ್ರಮುಖ ಒಂದು ಅಂಶಗಳಿವು ಓಕೆನಾ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ. Next one, 11th question. Explain the protest of farmers and workers, means laborers in the freedom struggle. Okay, explain the protest of farmers and workers in the freedom struggle. Farmers and workers also took part in the freedom struggle, which is a very important part of this freedom struggle. Okay. So first we will look into the farmers' protest. In the freedom struggle, farmers played a prominent role. Okay, so in many places of India, the farmers led the protest movement because of the land tax regulations and policies of the British government. They exploited the farmers like anything, farmers and landlords. Okay, so due to this, the farmers' protest came into force. Gandhiji opposed the cultivation of indigo in Champaran district. Gandhiji was opposed the cultivation. Gandhiji opposed the cultivation of indigo in Champaran district, because here British used our farmlands and farmers or our agriculture as the source of raw material for the industrialization. They commercialized the agriculture of India, which was the main occupation and livelihood, isn't it? So due to this, the farmers and Gandhiji, they also opposed for the cultivation of indigo in Champaran district. He held a hartal against land revenue also. Okay. The farmers in Telangana protested against the landlords and the Nizam's Razakars. In Telangana also, the farmers protested against the landlords who were exploiting the farmers actually. Okay, and the Nizams also. Okay. Then the farmers of Bengal, they revolted against the exploitation of landlords. In Maharashtra also, farmers staged a movement against low wages. Like this throughout India, in South India, in North India, in East India also, the farmers raised their voices and protested against the British government. Now, labor revolts. Okay. Labor revolt started in the year 1827 in West Bengal, Calcutta. Okay, West Bengal, Calcutta. Labor revolt started in the year 1800 and sorry 1827 in Calcutta. Okay, now it is called as Kolkata. 1827, the labor revolt started, where jute mill workers, textile mill workers, and railway workers began to organize for their demands. Okay, they started protesting for their demands. The railway workers raised their slogans and protested against the British for the higher wages. And due to the protest of labor revolts, the labor union was established in Madras. Okay, so actually the printers union of Calcutta and Bombay textile workers also started their protest. Okay, so the Congress party also supported these movements of labor organizations. This is about the labor revolts and the farmer revolts. Okay. This question is very important, children. It is also asked in many question papers. Next one. Explain the tribal rebellions in the freedom struggle. Explain the tribal rebellions in the freedom struggle. So, what is the cause of tribal rebellions in the freedom struggle? Here, the main cause was the British revenue and forest policies. Okay, so the British revenue and the forest policies inspired or gave rise to the tribal revolts. Because of this revenue and forest policies, the tribals became landless. Okay, so due to that reason, they revolted against the British. Here, the important tribal revolt is Santala revolt. It is called as Santala revolt. Okay, so the Kolas revolt and the Munda movement are the important here. Okay, Santala revolt, Kolas revolt, and the Munda movement is the important. In Karnataka also, the Halagali Bedas revolt took place. Okay, so in Karnataka also, the Halagali Bedas revolt took place. Here, the Santala tribe, they reside in the mountain areas of Orissa and West Bengal. Okay. These tribal people became destitute due to the permanent zamindari system. You have already studied the permanent zamindari system, Raitwari system, and Mahalwari system, isn't it? So, due to these revenue systems and policies, uh, landlords collected huge amount of taxes from land taxes from the farmers, isn't it? So because of that, farmers lost their lands. Later on, slowly the landlords also started losing their lands. Okay, so this enraged Santalas held secret meetings. The way of their protest was they held secret meetings. They decided to loot zamindars and moneylenders. Okay. So this rebellion intensified in Bharhat, Bhagatpur, and Rajmahal places. This rebellion intensified ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಜೋರಾಗಿ ರೆಬೆಲಿಯನ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈಕ್ ನಡೀತು. ಓಕೆನಾ? ಸೊ in Bharhat, Bhagatpur, and Rajmahal places. Many zamindars and moneylenders fled. They flew away. Okay. The British used the army to suppress the Santala rebellion. So the British had to use the army for suppressing the Santala rebellion. Even though they succeeded in suppressing the Santala rebellion, the Kolas and Mundas fought against the British. Okay, so this rebellion, many similar rebellions took place throughout the nation. Okay, so although the revolt of Santalas ended, it lent its voice, it gave rise to, it encouraged many similar protests throughout the country. Okay, this is about the tribal rebellion. Next one, 13th question. Explain the struggle of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is called the Bharata Ratna, the modern man, and the architect of our constitution, isn't it? He was the president of drafting committee of the constitution. He was the first law minister of the country after independent India. He published the newspapers like Janata and Mukanayaka Bahishkrita Bharata to encourage the people of India to raise their voice against inequality. Okay. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar strongly believed that Dr. B.R. Ambedkar strongly believed that political independence, okay, whatever the independence the India was getting, political independence was meaningless without social equality or social independence. Okay, so he formed the Mahad and Kalara movements. So he fought for the social equality, for social equality, and he tried to bring equality in the society. Okay. He founded the Bahishkruta Hitakarini Sabha organization also. He founded the Bahishkruta Hitakarini Sabha organization also. And not only this, he fought for social and economic equality, as I told earlier. He formed the struggle against the caste system. In India, there was a caste system prevailing in that period. Okay, so he wanted separate constituencies for the protection of untouchables because the untouchables were treated unequally in the society. They were ill-treated in the society. Okay, so the justice and the equal participation was denied for them. So to uplift the untouchables and the lower caste, he wanted separate constituencies for the protection of their rights. He founded a party called Independent Workers or Independent Labor Party. Okay. He was also the chairman of drafting committee of the constitution. So he brought many laws against the practice of untouchability in India. Okay. He provided a legal protection against the practice. This is what I told now. He provided a legal protection against the practice of untouchability. Means he enforced many laws against the practice of untouchability in the constitution only. Okay. These are the struggles of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar. 14th question is what were the achievements of Jawaharlal Nehru? What were the achievements of Jawaharlal Nehru? Jawaharlal Nehru served as the first Prime Minister of India. He is the architect of industrialization and New India also. He is considered as the architect of New India and modern India. Okay. Jawaharlal Nehru. Nehru served as the first Prime Minister of India. He is the architect of industrialization and New India. He formulated foreign policies. Our foreign policy was formulated by Jawaharlal Nehru on the principles of Panchashila. Okay. He implemented 5-year plans for the development, economic development of the country. He proposed, not only this, he proposed the policy of non-alignment. Non-alignment means staying neutral instead of involving into any other parties. Okay, like after Second World War, the world was divided into two parts. Like you can either go into the USA, United States of America party, and or you can go with the Russia. Okay, but India remained neutral without going into any Russia or USA. So this is called as non-alignment policy. ತಟಸ್ಥವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ನೀತಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಅಲಿಪ್ತ ನೀತಿ non-alignment ಅಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ. Okay. So he achieved industrialization in India. He encouraged small and large industries for the development of small and large industries. He implemented a mixed economic policy. Okay. He also completed the merger of Indian states or provinces with the help of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, so when India got independence, it was one of the major problem to merge the Indian states into the Union of India, isn't it? So there were 562 provinces in the country. So the merger of all these provinces was very difficult. So he completed the merger of the Indian states with the help of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. These are the contributions or achievements of Jawaharlal Nehru as a former or first Prime Minister of India. Okay. So by this we completed or we have seen the important questions from Freedom Struggle chapter. Now we will go to the next chapter, that is So, we will start another chapter. Okay, India after independence. After India got independence in 1947, so many problems were existing in India, isn't it? So they had to solve many problems. Okay, so what was the situation of India after independence? How did they solve the problems? All these things we are going to learn in this unit. Okay, children. So, topic for the day is understand the consequences of the partition of India. Consequences of partition of India. India was uh, partitioned as India and Pakistan into two different nations, divided as two different nations, isn't it? India and Pakistan in the year 1947 during independence. Okay, so there were many consequences or effects of it. What were those consequences? You have already studied in this chapter, isn't it, children? Understand the problem of refugees. Refugees ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಿರಾಶ್ರಿತರು. So what were the problems of the refugees? Okay. Third one is understand the problem of government formation. So there was a need to formulate new government after independence, isn't it? Till then, the British were ruling India, isn't it? So there are lots of problems of formation of the government. Okay, so what were those problems? They also you have studied, and then understand the importance of the reorganization of the states. Okay, so it based on the language, based on the other things. How did they reorganize the states? And understand the States Reorganization Act. Okay, all these things you are going to learn in this chapter. Here, India after independence, weightage of marks is 2 marks question. One question will be asked from this unit, and total 2 marks will be from this unit. Okay. Sorry. The two elements. First question is the two elements added in the Constitution under the 42nd Amendment. Okay. This is the first question. Options are option A, Socialist Republican, option B, Socialist and Democratic, option C, Socialist Sovereign, and option D, Secular Socialist. The Constitution of India came into effect on 1950 January 26, January 26, 1950. On this day, Constitution came into force. Okay. So in the Constitution, India was declared as a democratic, sovereign, democratic, and republic. Okay, sovereign, democratic, republic country in the Constitution. Later on, after the 42nd Amendment, the two new words were included or added to the Constitution. So, what are those two words? Answer is secular and socialist. ಜಾತ್ಯತೀತ ಮತ್ತು ಸಮಾಜವಾದಿ. Okay. Here, India was already the Republican state, democratic and sovereign, isn't it? The only option left is secular and socialist. These two new words added under the 42nd Amendment. Okay. So now India is the sovereign, democratic, republic, secular, and socialist nation. Second question, who is called as the Iron Man of India? Options are option A, Mahatma Gandhi, option B, Lal Bahadur Shastri, option C, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, and option D, Bal Gangadhar Tilak. The correct answer is option C, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel is called as the Iron Man of India. Okay, so he contributed He contributed for the involvement of all the provinces into the Union of India successfully. Okay, isn't it? So that is why he is called as the Iron Man of India. Third one, Mysore state was renamed as Karnataka in which year is the question. Mysore state is called as Karnataka, isn't it? So, in which year it was renamed as Karnataka? Options are option A 1963, option B 1983, option C 1953, and option D 1973. ಮೈಸೂರು ರಾಜ್ಯವನ್ನ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಂತ ರೀನೇಮ್ ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay. So, all Kannada speaking areas has been scattered in different parts, okay, different provinces. So demand was there that all these areas to be united and the separate state should be formed. In the leadership of all Karnataka State Formation Parishad, finally in the year 1956, in the year 1950, in the year 1956, November 1st. All Kannada speaking provinces were included and Mysore state came into existence, was formed. Okay, formation of the Mysore state was in the year 1956, November 1st. Later on, when it was renamed in the year 1973, option D, in the year 1973, the Mysore state was renamed as Karnataka. So option D 1973 is the right answer, children. Okay. Fourth question. When was the Constitution of India came into force? You have already seen now. The Constitution of India came into force on January 26, 1950. Okay. So in that Constitution, India was India was declared as sovereign, democratic, and republic nation. Okay, Jawaharlal Nehru took over the prime minister as the first prime minister of India. Okay. Fifth question is, who was the chairman of the State Recognition Commission? Who was the chairman of the State Recognition Commission? Fazal Ali, Justice Fazal Ali was the chairman of the State Recognition Commission. It was formed by the government in the year 1953. Okay, in the year 1953, the Justice Fazal Ali Commission was formed. Fazal Ali was the chairman of the State Recognition Commission. Okay. on the basis of the report of this commission, the State Recognition Act was formed in the year 1956, came into force in the year 1956. Okay. So according to that only 14 states and 7 union territories were formed in the country. Okay, children. Here the question is only who was the chairman of the State Recognition Commission. Justice Fazal Ali was the chairman of the Fazal Ali was the chairman of State Recognition Commission, which was formed by the government in the year 1953 on the basis of the report given by State Recognition Commission only. The State Recognition Act came into force in the year 1956. Due to that act, 14 states and 7 union territories were formed in the country. Okay. Sixth question, which was the first linguistic state of India? So there was a need for formation of states according to the languages spoken, isn't it? Because India was a country where hundreds of languages were existing. Many languages were existing. Okay. So you cannot conduct administration on the basis of the single language to all the provinces. So what they did was they found out the need of formation of the states on the basis of languages spoken in the provinces. Okay, so according to which the first linguistic state of India is Andhra Pradesh. It was formed in 1953. Okay. 1953 only, Andhra Pradesh became the first linguistic state. Okay, so after later on in 1956, all the Kannada speaking provinces organized together and the Mysore state was formed in 1956. Okay, the first linguistic state is Andhra Pradesh. Seventh question. What were the problems existed in India, problems faced by India after independence? India got independence in the year 1947, isn't it? August 15th, 1947 was a day of joy and day of sorrow for Indians. Both the emotions mixed joy and sorrow. Why is it like that? Because many problems cropped up along with the independence. Okay, so even though we had got independence in the on August 15th, along with that independence, lots of problems also occurred. So what were those problems? Many questions were there in front of India after independence, isn't it? What were those questions? One is rehabilitation of refugees. It was the main problem faced by India after partition, isn't it? Some of them had to leave the country for Pakistan, some of them stayed there, some of the people came to India from Pakistan. Okay, like this migration of the people from in between India and Pakistan, which created the problem of refugees. Rehabilitation of these refugees was a big problem in front of our leaders. And communal riots. Okay, so due to the divide and rule policy of the British, there were communal riots in India. Okay. The links of religious harmony among various religions were very loose and weak due to this communal riots took place. Then the formation of the government. Okay, so it was also a main problem. Formation of the government. Lord Mountbatten initially continued as the Governor General of the country. Later on, Jawaharlal Nehru took place as the Prime Minister, took over as the first Prime Minister of India. Okay. Then integration of various provinces. During the time of independence, there were some 562 provinces existing in the country, isn't it? So, the integration of these provinces into the Union of India was also a big task. Okay, so British, while leaving India, they gave three choices to the provinces. One is to integrate into the Union of India, or to include into the Pakistan, the country of Pakistan, and to remain neutral. Okay, they could join the Union of India. Secondly, they could join Pakistan. Thirdly, without getting integrated with either India or Pakistan, they could remain neutral. Okay, these were the choices given to the provinces by the British. Then production of food, due to huge population, production of food also was a big task. Development of agriculture, because it was the main occupation and occupation of the country, the development of agriculture was also a problem or task. Okay, growth of industries, industrialization was the need for development, isn't it? So growth of the industry, small and big, was also the main problem. So these are the problems had to be dealt with in front of our leaders. Okay. Next, eighth question. How was Pondicherry included? Sorry, how was Pondicherry liberated from the French? How was Pondicherry was liberated from the French? The French colonies had continued their hold on Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahe, and Chandranagar post-independence. Means even though India got independence, the French colonies were existing in India after independence also. The places were Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahe, and Chandranagar. Okay. So as a result of the struggle by the Congress and the Communist and other organizations, they stressed that it should be a part of India. These provinces, Pondicherry, should be the part of India. In 1954, these provinces, Pondicherry, Karaikal, Mahe, and Chandranagar, these provinces joined India. Okay, so later on in 1962, Pondicherry was declared as Union Territory. Okay, Pondicherry was declared as Union Territory, UT. So now it is called as Puducherry. In 2006, it was renamed as Puducherry. Okay, like this, Pondicherry liberated from the French. Ninth question. How was the state Hyderabad merged into the Indian Union? How was the Hyderabad state merged into the Indian Union? Okay. Here, Hyderabad, Junagadh, and Jammu Kashmir. These provinces were not willing to join in Union of India. Okay, Hyderabad was under the Nizam's rule. With the intention of they were with the intention of remaining independent, not willing to join Indian Union. Okay, Union of India. So, with the intention of remaining independent, the Nizam refused to join the Union of India. But there was a severe hatred against Razakar, the cruel army of Nizam. Okay, so the people were not happy with the Razakar, the cruel army. The Indian government sent an army and defeated the Nizam. Okay, so this made a way for merger of Hyderabad with the Union of India in 1948. Okay, with the help of Indian army sent by the Indian government forcefully. The Hyderabad state was merged into the Union of India in the year 1948. This was the way of merging of Hyderabad into Indian Union. Tenth one. Tenth question is, this is also very important. Explain the role of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel in the unification of the princely states. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel was called as the Iron Man of India, isn't it? When the British left India, there were 562 provinces existing in the country. Okay. The government of India invited all the provinces to join the Union of India under the 1947 Integration Act. Even though the British government, while leaving India, they had given three choices to the provinces, either to join with India, Union of India, to join with Pakistan, or to remain independent. Okay, but the government of India invited all the provinces to join, all 562 provinces to join the Union of India under 1947 Integration Act. During the process of integration, all other provinces agreed to join except Junagadh, Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, they displayed their stiff opposition to join the Union of India. Some of them were willing to stay independent. Okay, some of the provinces willing to join the Pakistan. Like this, there were a difference of opinion between the provinces. Okay, resolving all these problems and bringing about a successful integration of provinces were done by the Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Okay, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So they gave those who joined the India Union of India were given a preview purse based on that province's income. In addition, they were given some special facilities and status. Later, in 1969, all these facilities were stopped or abolished. Okay, with the effort of Iron Man of India, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, all the provinces were successfully joined into the Union of India. 11th one, how was the Junagadh state incorporated? The king of Junagadh, as I said earlier, Junagadh, Jammu and Kashmir, and Hyderabad, they were protesting, okay, against joining the Union of India. The king of Junagadh wanted to merge his province with Pakistan, but people protested there. They were not willing to join Pakistan. Okay, people came on to the streets against the king who was willing to join his province with Pakistan. Unable to face the people, like a huge protest was there against the king, he was unable to face the people's protest. The king fled the kingdom. Okay, based on the request made by the Diwan of province, means Junagadh, Diwan of Junagadh province, Indian government, the army was sent to the Junagadh. Okay, as in Hyderabad, as done in the Hyderabad province, the army was sent to Junagadh to establish peace. Junagadh was then merged with India in 1949. Okay, so This is how Junagadh merged with India, Union of India in the year 1949. Okay, so only these three provinces they were against joining Union of India. So all these problems were resolved by the Indian government. Okay. These were the important, some of the important questions from the chapter India after independence. Okay. Remaining two or three questions, we will look into those questions in the next class along with the next chapter. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll meet in the next class.